You can't.
But did y'all hear about the lady? Did y'all hear about the daycare lady who was charged with hiding 26 kids in her basement?
Oh, she need her whooped.
There was a daycare lady. Now, you know how with daycare, especially in the home, you can only have so many kids.
Y'all need to whoop her.
At a home daycare. Her. Well, what she did was she would accept more daycare children than what was allowed, and she kept a certain amount of them hidden in the basement.
I'm sorry,
so that
y'all.
Nobody else would know she was over her daycare limit.
I'm sorry. I don't hit no woman.
She was sentenced this Thursday for 24 misdemeanor child abuse charges and other crimes because what she was doing was being greedy. She would have like the normal rate of kids upstairs, but then she kept all these kids hidden in the basement. She said they were malnourished.
How long she get?
How long did she get? She got hold on. She got 6 years. She got 6 years.
Wait. 6 years?
That's what she got. 6 years.
You know what?
So the parents didn't notice?
They didn't know.
Let me tell y'all something.
She was lying about the amount of children that she had in her care. Because most home daycares, you can have like up to 12, something like that. She would have the right amount upstairs, and then she would have all this extra overload in the basement that she was charging probably under the table.
But wasn't none of these kids telling their parents they've been in the basement?
They saying that they found 25 children in the basement. 12 of them was children under the age of 2.
Can I say this?
No, they too young to even say anything.
Parents didn't notice something.
They were too young to even say.
What about the parents? They didn't
notice the parents. Right.
They said there was 2 adult employees supervising these small children in the basement, and one of them accepted a plea deal and testified against the daycare provider.
Okay, but if I got my child at home and my child is very thin to me, there's a problem with that.
Let me show y'all the picture of this daycare lady, though, y'all. Let me show y'all the picture.
Hey, no, on the strength, though, y'all. On the strength. Y'all, and I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, because y'all my son people. Oh, y'all know I don't put no, I don't beat women. I don't do stupid shit like that. But her, oh my God, she would get the Floyd Mayweather Mike Tyson special. She would be Willie Lump. By the time,
dead.
I would close her eyes.
She look like Janice Dickinson too.
Her eyes will be purple and black and blue, with no teeth.
Child.
She looks
really scary. Don't she look scary?
She look crazy.
That's just the beginning.
Can y'all see her chin? She looks like she might be like 70 years. Look at her chin.
Some people don't age well.
No, she look like she 200 years old.
Hey, I know a laboratory you can send her to. I know a perfect laboratory you can send her to.
Oh my God.
No, y'all think I'm playing, like, for real.
This is horrible, y'all. Like, this lady,
this lady could be
25 kids under the age of
dissected and all that.
And she only had 2 workers.
Okay, still though, wasn't some of the parents coming at the same time? Didn't they notice how many parents were picking up?
The parents had no idea.
How the fuck do you got 20 something?
The parents had no idea because the children were under 2 years old. When they would pick the kids up, the kids would be upstairs.
Them is baby.
These kids, you gotta remember, they under 2 years old. They can't talk.
I know, but I'm thinking, shouldn't about 40 parents be showing up around the same time?
No, she only had so many kids upstairs, and they said that when she was arrested, one of the parents of one of the children got there when they was bringing that child upstairs from the basement. The parents had no idea that she was keeping some of her kids in the basement. I mean, come on. I used to go to a home daycare
Ain't none of these parents check on their kids. When my kids was in the daycare, I went to the daycare. I would just show up whenever, any time of the day, and check on my kids. What the hell? They don't check on their kids. Nobody do.
And
what
see,
the hell?
My child used to go to home daycare too. Like, matter of fact, like 2 or 3 home daycare. And every time I came in, to their home daycare, they would be right there. But I'm just assuming that.
Okay, but you still got these babies at home. They can't talk. You got your child at home. You can't tell that your child got some form of neglect or an abuse unless you doing that same shit at home.
I don't know.
And my thing is, most of the time, people dropping their kids off around the same time. It's like 25 cars.
She said, and guess what she said to her lawyer, y'all? Guess what she said to her lawyer? She said that she had difficulty saying no to parents who wanted to place their children at her daycare, and that situation just snowballed. So she talking about she had a problem saying no to parents because she was over her limit. I don't believe that. I think she was greedy.
Taking that money.
It's one
she
thing to have
money.
1 or 2 extra kids, but she had 26.
Okay, well, question, because I'm going through this stuff now. It also depends on how she got her shit listed. If she's like registered with the state as a licensed or registered home, or is she just listed? If you are just listed, you do not have pop-ups. They don't come to your house unless somebody has filed a complaint. Right. So either somebody filed a complaint, because I cannot see no way in the world of hell the state wherever this woman was at allowed for her to have all these children. And I know in Texas they will pop up unannounced at least twice a year, depending on when you get your license and registration and all of that. But they popping up at least that first year, at least 2 to 3 damn times. So you sit there and no, there's more to this story. This woman,
nobody
could not have registered with the state.
I'm breaking every bone in her body.
They saying that she was only licensed to care up to 6 children, which was what I was saying earlier. A lot of home daycares, they only license depending on how many employees they have, depending on how big their house is. She was only licensed for 6 kids.
Then that also goes, then if she was licensed for that, then that goes on child licensing because they was not coming through doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Every bone in her body.
So that's a whole bunch of damn people.
And if she y'all always want to fight. Y'all want to fight.
No, I don't always want to fight, sister, but that is.
Well, shit, the kids can't fight for themselves.
No, baby, really? I got my fat man up in there. That's my dude. And then you talking about up under 2 years old? Those are babies.
I know.
Why do you need that many kids around with your dusty ass? What the fuck is you doing?
She's talking about she couldn't say no. It's 26 kids under the age of 2. Who the hell can take care of that many kids under 2 years?
I can hold my weight.
The crying and the screaming and the Pampers and the formula and
don't let the size fool you. You still some haymakers. My record is good.
That's why I'm only doing 1, and that is my own. Because other people, there should be other folks held accountable.
A whole lot of folks.
Well, you heard me say they had 2 employees down there, and one of them took a deal to testify against the daycare owner.
Because
they didn't want to go to jail.
Because they was milking the game.
But that was common sense. You got 26 kids. That's like a whole
sacrificing though. You sacrifice. You didn't
give
a fuck.
But then again, like I said, it also apparently she was still over. But it also depends, like I said, depends on the state, because you can have so many caregivers per so many kids.
Per child, right. But for 26 kids, isn't it like 1 caregiver per 5 or per 6?
It depends on the ages. It depends on the ages.
Yeah, they probably should have had like at least 3, 4 more.
But if she had that many damn kids, then she should have been a learning center. She needed a fucking facility.
Right.
There ain't even that many kids in a classroom. That means she got at least 32 kids there. There's not even that many kids in a classroom.
And how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that she was giving these mothers some good discounts? How much you want to bet?
She had to have, because there's no way the hell the state is paying you, and they know damn well you are only licensed.
Right,
to have
it was under the table.
Leave them half nigger babies over here with me. I'll take care of getting bologna sandwiches and Smith.
But you know what? When my children were daycare age, I couldn't get the Title 20 because my income was over the limit. So I always managed to get some really great daycare ladies who worked with you. They're like, okay, I understand you don't get Title 2020. So this is what I'll charge you every 2 weeks. And my daycare ladies would give me a discount, you know, because I didn't get help from the state. But still, they only accepted the amount of kids that they were supposed to have.
And see, I know right now down here, but assistance, childcare assistance, there's a goddamn waiting list.
I watched this
so that's basically everywhere.
Yeah,
but because that shit is expensive.
It's very expensive. I can't imagine how expensive it is nowadays.
It's like in Texas, the average is about $777, and that's for an infant.
Wow.
For how long?
Babies.
And when my kids were younger, it was like almost $200 per week for an infant.
See, like I said, my mom growing up, my kids usually we didn't do it, but they did Roro's daycare, and they was with Roro's daycare for forever.
I remember Roro's.
Yeah, I'm like, that's who they went, and then my cousin has a nice home Christian daycare, so that was family, and that was my youngest one. Actually went through her, but my other three, they was really with Roro's.
See, I can never do the daycare because I can't handle. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been to call somebody, say, "Your kid up here cussing, come get his butt before your kid spit on me. Your kid talking back. See, I can't.
See, I always did the real small. They were always small home daycares, so it wasn't a whole bunch of kids.
I remember growing up around some roguish daycares.